Hi, I'm Mike Harley with Ride, and I'm here with Karl Brauer, executive publisher at Kelley Blue Book, and we're talking about what happened today. So, watching the news, it looked like the price of oil plummeted, and the stock market seemed to follow suit. Do you think that'll affect electric vehicle sales?
Maybe. Is that a good answer? No.
Great answer.
I think there's no denying that when electric vehicles are just about to enter the market in a huge number, and General Motors just did this recent commitment to all these new vehicles. Volkswagen's been on the upswing for about 2 years now on saying how much electric vehicle activity they're going to do, and then you have this hit. It's tough on a lot of levels, right? Every time oil drops and the price of fuel drops, the interest in going electric drops also. And now you add in something that maybe is a little just scary to people in terms of stability of the economy, and people are less willing to experiment. And that's what electric cars are all about. Electric cars are about people who feel like they've got a viable cost alternative and that they're willing to give it a try. And I think the cost alternative just took a hit from the drop in oil prices, and I think the willingness to give it a try just took a hit from the rest of the turbulence the world's experiencing right now.
Yeah, I remember, was it just 3 or 4 years ago when gasoline started to almost hit $5 a gallon? And there was a mass exodus away from crossovers and SUVs and pickup trucks. And now that gas has come down, in California, we're still paying like $3 or $4 a gallon, but the rest of the country, $2 to $3 a gallon. Now SUVs, crossovers are the rage. And EVs are still only, 1.5%, 2% of the market share anyway.
Yeah. And, don't forget that every time you talk to anyone who deals in vehicles, that sells cars and buys cars, the manufacturers, the dealerships, they all say the same thing. Gas prices go up, interest in EVs goes right up with it. Gas prices drop, interest in EVs drops right with it. So they are absolutely tracked together. And there's just no denying that we're going to see lower oil prices and lower gas prices for the foreseeable future. And that's a tough time for electric vehicles to be hitting the market. And some have already hit. They've already struggled a little bit. I-Pace, e-tron maybe aren't selling as well as those brands would like, and GM's ready to launch a whole series of electric vehicles as they just announced. So maybe it'll shift though. Everyone says this is a political thing. It's Middle East trying to go after Russia, which depends highly on the oil market, and there are actually some kind of political undertones to this. But if it changes quickly back, it could be a non-issue in 6 months. But if it goes on like this for a while, along with some other things that could go on for a while, it's only going to hurt all car sales, not just EV sales.
So do you think it's a buyer's market for EVs right now?
It's always a buyer's market for EVs, especially used EVs. I think if you wanted to go buy an EV now, whether it's a brand new I-Pace or an e-tron, you're probably going to find a lot of incentives. And if you go for a used EV, the price on them, with maybe one exception by Tesla, every other EV brand, buy a used one, that's your best deal.
Great advice. Karl Brauer, executive publisher at Kelley Blue Book, thanks.
Thank you.
Mike Harley with Ride, thanks for watching.